Welcome to another episode of Nucanoe Customs Setup of the Week. This week we're going to take a look at this awesome Flint setup, which is really designed for fishing rivers and creeks and was inspired by Team Nucanoe's Will Clements, who used the Flint to get a 4th place finish at the 2018 Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship going up the creeks off of Kentucky Lake. So good job, Will. Congratulations, man, and thanks for all your great ideas here. So let's jump into this awesome river and creek setup. Not going to bore you with me talking a whole bunch. Let's look at what we got going on here. So starting at the bow, we got the bow anchor wizard with the Flint bow mount for the anchor wizard. Get that bow right off, or the anchor right off the bow, ideal for position control. If you want to be facing up current, you know, this is perfect for that. And with the crank here, really easy to deploy that. That worked out perfectly. You know, it's easy to retract. When you do bring that up, the anchor gets out of the water, so it's not slowing you down. Next up, we got the Flint Console. Awesome new accessory for the Flint. Keep your gear, great for gear management and storage. Got the tackle box right on the top of it. You have the ability to put additional tackle boxes on the underside, right down there, with using those same straps. And really clean, nice setup there on the bow. We got our hog trough here. And one thing we didn't do, but I'll share with you because it's a great idea from Will, because we got the console. If you're going somewhere where you're concerned about that hog trough coming out, or you're concerned about stepping on it up here, flip it around. Put it in backwards. The raised edge will be up here, and it still fits under the still fits nicely, just a little bit more secure, and don't have to worry about breaking it. So that's a little tip from Will there. Next up, we got this nice leash. So this comes in handy for a variety of reasons. One, if you're wading and fishing, just clip that to your belt. Kayak will stay with you wherever you go. If you're having to pull the boat up through some shallower water or through some shoals or rapids, that's a great little leash for doing that. Also has this other knot in it, so if you wanted to completely go around, you could do that, or use that to go around a tree or a branch or stump or anything to secure your kayak without having to have it be tethered to you. Leash also comes in handy getting the Flint to and from the water. A lot of times in the rivers you're going down a bank or down a trail, and this is great for either for pulling it or for kind of easing it down a steep path. So a really handy setup with that leash on the Flint for the rivers and creeks. Next up, you know, standard on all Flints is this awesome side handle paddle holder combo. Makes it really easy to transition from paddling to fishing, grab your paddle at a moment's notice, and without even paying attention to what you're doing, have it secured back there and know it's going to be there next time you need it. You see we've got additional tackle storage here in the side tackle pockets and under the seat. And we rigged up a simple little bungee strap to add more security to those tackle boxes. So it's a real simple way to have some nice secure tackle storage right underneath your seat. You can see we still have the clean open deck, and that's going to be real handy for getting in and out of the boat. And another thing that makes it easy to get in and out while you're in the rivers, in the moving water, is the 360 seat. Turn that seat sideways. Both your feet can go in the water at the same time, or if you're coming back into the boat, stand up next to it, just hop right in. A lot easier to get in and out, and just makes it real fluid for transitioning from fishing to wading, walking through the water. Let's see, next up we have our rod holders back here. Now the flush rod holders, now we're just going to use the rear two on this setup. You know, if you're bringing extra rods, you need the front ones, but the nice thing about these rear two is the rods are a lower angle, so they don't stick up as high. And they're also angled more towards the center of the Flint. So if you're going through rivers, you know, a lot of times you got branches, trees, things like that overhead. This is going to help keep your rods protected and make sure they stay in the boat. We also have a little pad eye here, so if you're concerned about that, just put your little rod leash around that to your rod, and you can have peace of mind that your rods are secure. We got the milk crate back here. Now I went with the milk crate over the black pack in this setup because we're not going to use the rod tubes sticking straight up, and also it's just lighter weight. So for getting, you know, where we're envisioning going with this sort of setup, you're going to want to cut as much pounds as possible, and so the milk crate's a really nice way to do that. Got the Pelican case for a camera or any other gear you want to keep totally dry and secure. And back here at the transom, got an exciting new little Anchor Wizard bracket that Robbie rigged up this week. This actually uses the transom bracket from the pivot drive, with the arm coming out here that the Anchor Wizard mounts to, and then we got it set up with the drag chain. So that'll allow you to really control your speed in the rivers and assist with position control. And that, combined with the Anchor Wizard off the bow, is just going to really allow you to be in charge of where your kayak is in the river, how it's moving, how fast you're going, and really allow you to maximize your fishability. So this is a really sweet little setup, something we're going to explore further. If you like this concept, definitely let us know. It could be something you see coming soon from Nucanoe. Then the crank for that one is up here in the bow tracks. So it's right by the seat, so it's easy to reach with your hand, but not in the way of your feet if you're standing up or when you're getting in and out of the Flint. And again, super simple setup. This is a pretty big, heavy chain. You could opt for a smaller chain that could actually go through the tube and get completely out of the water. So that's a great setup. Super excited about this setup, and you know, learning from Will's experience with it. There's some great ideas here that hopefully you can use in setting up your kayak, or maybe this is a kayak that you want to get. You want to have a Flint for fishing the rivers and creeks. Set it up like this, and you'll be a happy camper. So that's all we got for you today in this episode of Nucanoe Custom Setup of the Week. An awesome Flint for fishing rivers and creeks. Join us next week, and we'll have an all-new setup for you.